Hey everyone, today's video is especially for my daughter, Angilynn Therese Navida Dolopo, my first child, and I want to wish you a happy belated 22nd birthday and congratulations on your graduation, your commencement from Cal State Los Angeles. You did the first 2 years in economics and the last 2 years in emphasizing in marketing. And you are a tremendous businesswoman. I know you are because you have worked for me since you were 15, if not younger, helping me here at the clinic. And you know by now how much I trust that you've been able to go to the Chamber of Commerce meetings, go to car shows and promote me, go to health fairs, really putting marketing at work, in the real world. You recently came to the Hyatt Regency in Huntington Beach, and you were able to witness professional women in different arenas in life and in their businesses. And I've seen you do your presentations. You are amazing at giving professional presentations. I know you're going to excel. Um, I just wanted to give you 10, not necessarily in order, some 10 pieces of advice, and I'm putting it here in video for perpetuity. Before I give you these pieces of advice, I just want to let everyone in your classmates, your schoolmates at Cal State Los Angeles, and our friends in our personal lives, especially TSU, and everyone else in our personal lives who are graduating. You guys have been accomplishing tremendous, tremendous goals, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Angela, you've always been a go-getter. Ever since you were a little girl, you were very, very shy, which many people do not know, that you were extremely shy, painfully shy, but you went out of your way to make sure that, we went out of our way. We paid a lot of money for you to not be shy. So from competing in dance, training for many years in jiu-jitsu, earning your yellow belt, training even after your yellow belt, you've trained a variety of personal protection classes, and you're a world traveler. Uh, you were concert mistress in high school. You're a tremendous violinist and more. You're a wonderful actress and you're an awesome student. You worked really hard. I never had to check your grades. And above all, you're just a wonderful, a magnificent human being. You're a great sister and you're the most loving daughter. Daddy and I love you, Anais and Thomas equally for your own reasons. And we're very, very proud of you. So maybe these pieces of advice may very much help you. Just a couple of months ago, you called me saying, "Oh, I'm so stressed out with my capstone classes. These are the hardest classes I've ever taken in my life, and I'm choreographing 4 dances, and I'm in a fifth dance. You were in St. Kill, and I don't think you ended up singing, but you were practicing singing, and you had 2 acting roles." And I said, "Angilynn, I have about I have a bunch of professional women here who would love to be stressed out in college right now instead of working. So I wanted you to really enjoy the last few months, which you did in undergrad, because not that you necessarily in your field need a higher degree, but even if you do, if you get your master's or doctorate or whatever, postgraduate, post undergrad, it's not the same. Undergrad is completely not the same. You're a full-fledged adult now. And I really wanted you to stop and breathe. And we've done our best to not compare you and your siblings to anyone else. And sometimes it happens. Your dad and I drop the ball. But for the most part, if not 99.99% of the time, 100% of the time, we are very, very proud. You have excelled. And we couldn't be more proud. So here's some advice. Treat people like it's their birthday. I've been in business for many, many years, and something that I've learned through the School of Hard Knocks since 1999, I don't have a marketing degree like you, I don't have a business degree like you, but I watched how my parents, who were entrepreneurs, I've seen how they handle business. Your grandfather both of them, but my father, after he spent 20 plus years in the Navy, he did have a barbershop for over 30 years. And your Lola, my mom, she had multiple businesses, selling insurance, her sewing company, and treating people like they matter, treating people like it's their birthday every day. And um, you see how my patients treat me and how much respect I get in my practice. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I treat every person like they matter. If you do want to share this video with your friends, I will say How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie is a tremendous book. It's a wonderful book. You will really get a lot out of it. Read it more than once. So treat people like it's their birthday. Pay your taxes. You know, let's just leave it at that. Pay your taxes, be on top of it, and you will go far. Again, this is not in order. These are just thoughts, 10 thoughts that can really help you flourish as an adult. Save 10%, invest money, create your portfolio. We started you off with investing when you were years ago. Be on top of it and don't touch it. Save at least 10% of your earnings, and you will accumulate a lot in life. Create your financial portfolio. I already said that. You know what I do for a living. Don't wait to have children. Whenever Kano and you decide to want to have, get married, uh, I would say don't wait. There are women here in their 40s and late 30s that wish they started earlier. So live your life, enjoy your 20s. But I had you at 30. I had your sister at 36, and we had a surprise baby at 43. I'll just leave it at that. You don't ever want to become one of my fertility patients. It is more painful than you know, from these people who can't, who have spent a lot of time, money, and their resources to try to have children. Just, you're never ready. But if you just heed my word, you will prevent yourself from having heartache. I am getting a lot of messages right now from your brother's basketball. Oh, that's another thing that you did. You played basketball very, very well. Your coach called you his pit bull whenever he needed someone to guard his players. You were the one, and that was a great banquet that we went to. Again, competitive dancer, great violinist, concert mistress, basketball player, jiu-jitsu fighter. You did do one tournament, and we were very proud of you for that. And but we had to choose, and and you kept up with your martial arts training even privately, and you're still doing that. And I recommend you continue to do that for the rest of your life. Just a little plug there. Keep traveling. I'm glad that you were able to see the world so far, and I hope that you get to go to more of the countries. And your grandmother, your Lola, has been a great trailblazer for you in that arena. Judge people on what they do that they don't have to do. So if you are unable to not judge people, which we do all day long, a good rule of thumb is judge a person for what they do that they don't have to do. So, for example, if someone does something kind for you, and you might be having one of those moments where you don't have any money on you, and they buy you lunch. They didn't have to buy you lunch. Well, you typically have money, but I'm just giving an example. I remember when we were at Irvine Spectrum, there was a mom, and her child fell into the water fountain, and I gave her your blanket. And I didn't have to give your blanket, but then I did, because that child was very cold, and maybe they'll always remember that someone gave their child a blanket instead of freezing. Thomas, close the door, please. Your brother's here at the office. just like you used to be. Close the door. I'm making a video for your sister. Let's see. 3 more pieces of advice. Make people feel like they matter. We share that also. Treat people like it's their birthday. And honor your heart. Honor your heart. I told you when you were growing up, if it feels ugly, it is ugly. So in life, there are going to be lots of great, great things that happen to you. And there are going to be some challenges, and that's just life. And Dr. Tan, my grandmaster, would say, in the yin yang, when, the greatest white, that's when things are awesome. And then in the middle, where it's boring, that's actually a good place. But don't get so concerned that things are really, really awesome and you want it to never be not awesome. It will sometimes be not awesome. And when it's at the worst, maybe something really challenging, or it's just not something that you ever want to experience, my teacher would say, don't kill yourself, because at the greatest yin, the biggest part of the black is the smallest yang. The sun always comes out tomorrow. So just know forgiveness goes a long way. Not just staying positive, but knowing pragmatically that things aren't always tough. So The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale is a great book. Readers are always leaders. You're hearing some pieces of advice that I've shared with you all your life. And I don't know if you remember this, but when you were younger, I would say the worst thing anyone can call you is lazy. Now, there are worse things, but that is something that, when people are hiring, we are looking for people with strong work ethics. And that is something that I've done my best to instill in you. I'm doing this video in my office where this is how we've made our bread and butter. This is how we paid our house, our cars, your dance, your jiu-jitsu, your basketball, your violin, your college, your trips, the food for the dog, the food for the cat, the hotels, the traveling, the luggages, everything has, besides your dad's job and besides the benefits he brings home, a lot has been made in this office. Just talking to my patients, making deals happen, and people hire me because of my work ethics. And if there's anything I want to transfer to you, is amazing work ethics. People love to see people work. And respect others by showing them that you respect yourself. I hope that matters to you. And you can interpret that however you want. Respect others by showing them that you respect yourself. Show up for yourself. That's how you can take care of other people. I see a lot of patients all at once, every 10 minutes or so. And it's important that I give every person their due time. But the only way I can give people 100% is if I give myself 100%. Put God first. So it took me a long time to learn this, but God, your dad, you guys, and my business. And it wasn't always like that. I did not always have that priority in that order. So put God first, put the Holy Spirit first, go to church, read your Bible, do everything that I taught you. And I know I've fallen short, and I told you when you were in college that there are so many things that I did and said growing up that I can't undo. But I hope that you see the things that I did right and the things that your father has done right. And we've done our best to make sure that you have been respectful and loving to your siblings. So just want to let you know, if you or any of your friends ever feel like you need someone to turn to, we are here for you. You are an adult in our eyes now. I'm so grateful that I never had to check your grades. I'm so grateful that you've shown up for yourself. And I'm so grateful that you matter, that you have made sure to this planet that you know you are valuable. I love you very much. You are my first daughter. You are my first child. We love your sister. We love your brother. You have been a wonderful role model for them. Thank you for being amazing. Happy birthday and happy graduation. Your cultural graduation was phenomenal. And the last performance with Kalahi was just breathtaking. You did an extraordinary job. I'm so proud of the choreography you did, the roles you played, the acting roles you played, all the effort in making you a wonderful, just stunning performer. Just, you know, it was great to see you on stage again. I have missed seeing you on stage. You are so amazing, just like your sister. And thank you for teaching your brother and sister violin. All right, talk to you later. I love you.